Hello! I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to put me camera in the holder thing and it flipped out of my hands and I pressed the button by accident. Anyway, there we go. All in. Hello, good evening everybody. I've had a super productive day. I have packaged loads of cards like these. These are just a few of them. I managed to actually package in cellophane 50 cards. And then I've got an additional wad of cards here. There's about 30 here, ready to send to any of my customers or just birthdays and thank yous and things like that. I kept those separate. So, woohoo! Yay! Super productive. Spent most of the day here at my desk. And now I want to do some stamping. Wanted to do something fun, possibly give you guys a bit of a choice if you want to. Is that something you'd like to see me do? Please feel free to suggest. I may or may not have the stamps and therefore may or may not be able to do it. But I will have a go. Just move things around. There we go. Good evening. Lovely to see you all. Hi Brenda. Hi Vanessa. Hi Vicky. Hi who else is there? Tina, Jessica, just on your way to work. Oh, you'll have to. Oh, okay. I'll entertain you. Hi, Betty. Nice to see you. Okay, so what's going on with this lighting? Right. So I grabbed out stamps that make me happy. These ones. That's why I called it happy stamping, because I wanted to kind of get back to some things that I enjoy doing. Not that I don't enjoy doing other stuff, but you know, sometimes it's nice just to go to your happy place. Hope that wasn't too noisy for you. Then I was having another look at this and thought of a fun technique we could do with this. So I wouldn't mind just quickly showing you my idea and then going from there. So if you don't mind indulging me just for a second, or not a second, but for the next 5 minutes, I've got an idea of something to do with this stamp set. Where's my black? Oh, it's right in front of me. There we go. Right, so the idea was, I was looking at this stamp and thinking there are sort of some florals that are potentially the focal point. There we go. Hi, Christine. Yes, the beautiful friendship is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Right, I'm just going to ink this up well. So this is the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. So you can treat this slightly differently, this ink pad, than the Stampin' Up ones, because it's a fabric ink pad. So you can be a bit more sort of firm and rough with it. So my idea was stamp this. I'll probably end up trimming this down, so I'm not too worried about it overhanging. Am I happy with that? No, I'm not happy with that. I moved it. I think what I'll do next time is do that. There we go, that's easier. It's less likely to move as well. Hi Carol, hi Tracy, hi Jessica, oh not Jessica, Janice. Hi Sheila. Oh, that'll have to do. I'm not going to be too fussy over this. Right, the idea was to somehow colour in these background bits. You know what, I think my original one was better. These background bits in a dark colour. So I'm thinking, I'm going to bring over my stamping blends. A few videos ago I was talking about how I'd like to do some darker cards. And get out the black. Oh, maybe even the blue. I was thinking, what would happen if we just went round the edges of kind of these main flowers? Yes, the Stamparatus would help, you're quite right, but I was being lazy, to be quite honest. I couldn't be bothered to go and reach over for it. Oh, no, I nearly got rid of that leaf. Not leaf, petal. Anyway, hello everybody. What have you guys been up to today? I have to say, I was, as I said, I was super productive. I managed to get loads of cards packaged up, and I just end up with loads of card fronts tucked away in boxes, sitting there waiting for me to mount up onto cardstock. And I had one sheet wonders that have been sitting there for ages, and so I did lots of chopping and gluing. And then after I posted that picture on Instagram, a friend of mine messaged me and said, oh, I need some Mother's Day cards for school and parent and toddler group and whatever. So I managed to go through my charity box, my Potter's House charity card box, and I found her 25 cards at plus 13. No, she needed 12 cards and 25 cards. And managed to find enough for her. So my friend Ruth is going to be very happy when I get the donation for those cards. And it's cleared out quite a few cards for me, so that's sitting there ready to go to my friend. You're helping Mum and Dad. Oh, did you go shopping today, Steph? How did the shopping go? You said you were going shopping yesterday. Right, that's okay. So apart from the fact I'm trying to concentrate and then also talk to you guys, this is actually quite, oh, I missed that one, never mind. It's quite forgiving, this technique, because once you've coloured it in black, nobody knows what's really going on underneath there, do they? I'm not going to colour it all in black. I think I want to play with doing some extra other shading, but I don't want it to be just a kind of too clear a line. I'm just going to roughly colour all the way around there like that. Right, I've got a dark blue here. So I'm going to blend some of that dark blue into there as well. I think I've got my lighting on the wrong side of my desk, haven't I, really? I'm going to move it over because I keep casting a shadow over what I'm doing. He nearly killed himself along with me as he darted out in front of the traffic. Oh dear. Oh dear. Your heart goes in your mouth, don't it? And then the first thing comes out your mouth and you think, oh no, I shouldn't have said that. Because, you know, when you're scared, you just end up saying things you don't really mean. Oh dear. You need to have like a secret remote control that will stop it. Like a little EMP that will, you know, device that will stop it moving. Okay, is anyone else wondering what I'm doing? What is Ruth doing tonight? She's gone nuts. No, bear with me. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. This is kind of an alternative to fussy cutting, basically. I think this is the old olive that's on its last legs. Can you see? Look how mangled that is. Let's see if this one's a better one. Oh, no, that's just as bad. I end up just using the fine tip mainly because if my customers get their hands on these, they can sometimes use them a little bit forcefully. And they don't mean to mess it up, it's fine. Still got this end. So if you wanted to, you could actually colour in some of these leaves a little bit more, just to give it a bit of definition if you want to. But the idea was really to make it a darker background. And I quite like it. I like the contrast of the two. So, oh, now trying to decipher what's going on in between here. I think that's flower there. So you could colour this in, or you could leave it just the black and white. I'm kind of inclined to colour it in with some nice lighter colours. I just thought that would be a really fun way to highlight some of those flowers just by colouring in the darker stuff. I'm watching and thinking that I'm so very lost. Yes, this is different. You're so kind. Right, what about some light? Did you get what you needed to get, Steph? Right, so let's just do some cheek colouring in. I'm not going to colour completely. This is what I call cheek colouring in. You just basically colour along the lines a bit. I was just trying out a technique. It may or may not work. But I like the idea of, you know, trying to keep it fairly simple. So this is light Highland heather, which, to be honest, is a bit like, like purple posy. Now there's still the purple posy ink stampin' blend. If you do like purple posy, I know it's not available anymore as an ink pad, but if you do like purple posy, it is available as a pen, and the cardstock is still available. I love seeing different ways of doing things, otherwise we tend to see the same samples over and over. Oh, you're so kind. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do, something a bit different. And what's this one? Light pumpkin pie. Let's oh no, you're starting to get it. Oh good. Well, I'm trying to not make it too long a video, this, because it can be a bit boring watching people colour in, let's face it. That's why often people video it and speed it up, because it can get a bit boring. But I'm all for cheek colouring in, you know me. Make it as easy as possible. So if you like this stamp set, I've done a recent blog post doing 3 cards with this. And I'm desperate to find other ways of using it because it's such a pretty stamp set. I don't want it to be one of those ones that it's like a one-hit wonder. I want to try and use it a bit more. Oh, should I do that one as well? You may as well. Just kind of going in the lines. So there's other ways you can colour this one in. You could use your pencils, you know. Now this is retired, sorry about that, but this is Pink Pirouette. I'm just going to do a bit of darker on the inside there. Right, I'm going to stop there. Okay, so the idea is just to highlight specific flowers. So you could theoretically even just highlight one flower if you wanted to. Oh, I'm going to get a bit lower. Not at all. Not all of it. I've done an online order shop as I was slowly losing my patience. Yes. Yeah, no, absolutely, Steph. You've got to make life simple for yourself, you know, and I don't like using the word admit defeat, but no, it's about being realistic about what's achievable and what's not achievable. And yes, as much as you'd like to give your parents choice and stuff like that, actually also they've got to be safe. So no, well done for even attempting it. I think that you're, yeah, brave woman. Well done. Right. Okay, so this was just to experiment and see. And I think I'd like to work on this technique more and see what happens. Because this is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Right, why don't we try mixing it up a bit with maybe stamping a portion of it. Get the big block out, just to make it a bit easier to hold on to. Oh, sorry about that. Give it a wee clean. Now I want to do it and black it out. Oh, right, okay. So Deborah wants to have a go with it. Good. Yeah, I think you could completely darken the whole, you know, the whole lot could get much darker, you know, but there we go. I don't want to just use all my black ink out up. Right, I'll put those away. Now, what about we try and mix? Could we mix it? What do you think? Or, let's do a one sheet wonder and just partially stamp some of it. Ooh, let's do that. Let's get back to one sheet wonders, eh? Let's try doing that and see what happens. Look, I've got Night of Navy here. Where's Janice when you need her? Janice Thompson, that's her favourite colour, isn't it? Rainbow colour it. Ooh, could do. Could do. Okay, let's have a look. Let's just ink up some of it. Right. Oh, I didn't really want it that square. Oops. There we go. Just a bit more random. There we go. Right, let's turn that around. Totally different look at first. I was a touch concerned for you. You thought, oh, she's made a duff video. Well, you know, I like to keep it real. Sometimes these ideas will, you know, twinkles in my eye, and then I have to try them out. Okay, I know that is catching on there, but I'm going for a grungy look, so I'm not too bothered. Oh, an even more grungy look. There we go. Oh, there we go. Maybe go for another one there. I'll just use it all up now. Oh, that's quite fun. Overlapping it, right. Right, what about some darker florals? They can't get much darker than Night of Navy, can you? So I think I'll go for Night of Navy in the big flower. And then we'll see what other colours we can fit in underneath it. Well, I know they're making me run around as I've lost, how much? A stone in weight, 17 days, wow. That is good stuff. Always look on the bright side of life. Right, so I'm kind of looking for gaps, but I'm also looking for areas where once I stamp this, there's a lighter patch in the background of it too. Because we have still got to work with contrasts here. Who's that? Hi, Cindy. Is it possible to use another stamp? Yes, of course. Yes, it's quite possible. I'll see how we go though. Right, I want to go quite sort of dark here, so I'm thinking lovely lipstick. You know, I'm thinking rich colours. Get this rose out. Oh, maybe I should have gone for cherry cobbler. I think I've got a child doing exercises in the bathroom upstairs. There's lots of banging. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, I'm just being fairly random with this. Yeah, add it. Thank you guys. Oh, you know what I'll do is use the cherry cobbler for the centres, couldn't I? Just to darken it all up a bit. I'm walking around 60,000. Yes. Well, when you walk, think tall. Think your head is going up. Try and walk tall. If that makes sense. I try and use my Alexander technique training when I walk. And sometimes I can start walking and I'll get like a crook in my hip. You know, my hip won't feel right. But if I apply my Alexander technique to my walking, it usually straightens itself out. Oh yeah, that's better. Now I think a little bit of extra depth to these roses as well. Right, so this is Ruth speedy stamping now. It looks like I've sped the video up, but I'm just going faster. Okay, yes, that's much better. Love that. What about then bringing in this one in the cherry cobbler? Once again, I really wasn't sure how this was going to turn out, but I'm actually quite liking it. It's hard walking straight and without a limp, as I've got 2 vertebrae missing and 1 bulging. Oh, have you seen a chiropractor, Steph? Sounds like it needs popping back into place. Or you're not allowed to do it. If you got, what's the word? When it starts to degrade. Have you got that? I can't remember what you told me. Yeah, no, with the Alexander technique, you don't actually make yourself stand straight, if that makes sense. You just think it. It's really amazing. It's really interesting how it works. You don't actually physically kind of think, oh, I've got to sit up straight, therefore I'm going to sit up straight. You follow certain cues in your head. So you go to an Alexander technique teacher and they explain it to you. And then you have these words in your head that you say to yourself as you're walking along, and it just corrects itself. Well, your body corrects itself. So, yeah, it's worth looking into if you do have chronic back pain and stuff. I do highly recommend Alexander technique. Yeah, no, I'm quite happy how this is turning out. Right, I think we need some sort of lovely rich green in here now. Just looking at it, just find some space, if there's any spaces. It's always good to just step back from it a bit and check. Right. I do need to clean these stamps. I don't want them to get too, what's it called? Stain. Sheila says, I'm working on a one-sheet wonder that's just not working. Keep going, Sheila. Keep going. Keep adding. What colours have you used? I've done Alexander's technique, one of my nurse colours. Oh, have you, Cindy? How did you find it? Did it help you? That's up to me, Sheila. The final colour I add throws it off. Oh. Well, it's worth stepping back from it and thinking, has it got enough contrast of colour? Has it got enough contrast of depth? And then also, has it got enough contrast of large, medium and small elements? That is worth looking at, because sometimes if you've just used all large elements, it doesn't work. You see, part of the reason that this is working is because we've got all this like filigree detailed element, and then we've got these solid block elements to it too now. So yeah, that's why this one works. You're using Rococo Rose, Pacific Point, Pear, Pizzazz and Night of Navy. Okay. And what's the dominant colour? Oh, what about shaded spruce? That's a nice kind of depthful green, isn't it? And you guys know how addicted I am to this leaf stamp. And then I'll stamp this and then go, I need something bright in here. And I'll be craving for using Lemon Lime Twist that retired last year. It's funny how certain colours just like sit with you and you want to use. Yeah, the green is working, isn't it? We've got quite a nice bit of space here, and I'm not in too much of a hurry to fill it, because when I cut it up, I may want spaces for sentiments. My words are not flowing today. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Yeah, my brain and my mouth aren't quite in gear. Do you ever add a metal stamp colour? Yeah, not generally, because I don't have any of the metallic ink pads. I would if I did have them, rather. If I had this, yeah, if I had the ink pads, I'd use them. Oh, let's just swap that out for a second. So there's the double leaf, this one, which is quite handy for other spaces. And remember, you often need the green to be around the flowers to make the flowers stand up better. So or metallic emboss the flowers. Ooh, now that would be interesting if we did some embossing of the flowers. I don't think there's much else I can do to this. Possibly the splatters. Oh, I did do that last night, didn't I? There's that one there I've not used yet. Haha, it's magic, Brenda. Silver, little hints of silver. Oh, actually, there's those little dots. Oh, I know what. Okay, seeing as you're so determined to have metallics, what about we stamp some little dots in Versamark ink and we get some gold on here? Okay, I'm going to cave. Let me just get some of this stuff away off my desk. Have a little bit of a tidy so I don't get stuff everywhere. Right, let's get my embossing buddy out. Okay, so you could use a little splatty stamp from, there's lots of different stamp sets that have these sort of splatty stamps to them now. So you can kind of take your pick. Where's my gold embossing powder? Right, awesome. Right, there we go. Whoa. Right. Now the only thing about doing this is you have to kind of remember where you stamped. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I guess I can always add more if I need to. You'd totally forget, would you? Okay, right, let's have a look at it. Okay, maybe one more up there. Just move that over. I know, hold your breath, everybody. One there. One there. I didn't do so many over here. Okay, let's go with that. Yes. I'll blame you, Janice, if it doesn't work. Okay, right, let's get this packed away before it all spills over somewhere. Right, just let that warm up. Have a little swig of tea. Are you seeing that, guys? So far, so good. Yeah, that worked. It's very pretty. Very pretty. It's just that little bit of hint. It's from, these dots are from Label Me Bold, a new stamp set. It's just got those little dots in it. But there are plenty of other stamp sets that have dots in them. There's My Meadow, that's got dots. There's Waterfront, Snowfront. Oh gosh, what else? What else? Even Painted Harvest has like a few little dots. Tell you what might have been interesting is to do very Versailles, the script over this. That would been quite interesting, I think. But I think I want to just leave it as it is, really. I don't really want to do... That looks even better from Stampin' Up's Foil DSP. Oh, thank you. That's a bit of a compliment. Thank you. Trying to... Oh, sorry, guys. I'm trying to scroll out a bit. There we go. So you can see it in its full glory. There we go. Wow, that was super fun. I don't know whether to try it in a slightly different colourway. Whether to try it with something paler, and see what happens if I use a more of a pale colour. What do you think? Or is there something else you're burning to see me do? Let's clean this off. Yellow, grey and green. Ooh, yes, okay. Let's go for the yellows and greys. I love yellow and grey. It's one of my favourite colour combos. Okay, let's get... Okay, this time I'm being a little bit more confident with the stamping. Before I was being a bit careful, I think. So now I've realised that you don't have to be too careful, and it's just about getting some image down. I'm not worrying so much about it, and I'm doing second generation, and that is going on far more quicker than my first one. Done. See, that's done now. That was really easy and quick. Someone said orange, didn't they? I'm wondering, what about using something like Grapefruit Grove and maybe a bit Daffodil Delight. Oh, I've just noticed someone super chat me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't. Oh, is that just now? Oh, Vanessa, thank you. That was you. I was like, oh, because I'm looking up there and I'm looking down there. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you indeed. Oh, thank you. Well, I hope to see your results with this. I know you like to go off and have a play afterwards. Oh, I'm wondering if a darker orange would be better. I think I might just darken up the centre. Oh, sorry, so sorry. My wrist suddenly kind of gave way then. I'm wondering, what about a little bit of mango medley in the centres of this? I have done this before where I've stamped this one as a centre, and it seems to work. It kind of just makes the centre of this just look a little bit more fuller, like it's got loads of petals in it and stuff. It's quite sweet. And then if we get that centre-y one there, stick that in the middle of that. Now usually that's designed to go in the middle of that, but you don't have to do it that way. You do it however way you want to do it. Yeah, that's kind of working, isn't it? I like it. Right, now do we want orange roses or do we want yellow roses? You've got about 10 seconds to tell me. Orange or yellow roses? Let's vote on it while I clean the stamp. Yellow, orange, yellow. So yellow, orange, yellow, yellow, yellow. Any more? Yellow's winning. Yellow's won. Right. Nope, need to clean that a bit more. Oh, lavender, says Deborah. Sorry, Deborah. We're not going down that route today. We're gonna go for yellows and oranges and greys. If I've got time, I'll do a lavender one. Hey, how about you having a go? You can have a go. Right. Ooh. Okay, this time, what about me? I'll cluster the roses in threes. I like doing this. I know I've done it before, but you know, If it's not broke, don't fix it, as I say. If it works, it works. Sometimes it is helpful just to do things that you know work when you're experimenting with new colours and things. You know, you don't want to experiment with a new colour scheme and a new composition, because then, you know, there's two things that could go wrong. So, yeah, that'll do, I think. Maybe just do one there. That's all right, isn't it? Oh, second generation black blueberry bushel. Really? Okay, what about if I did the blue with what if I did blues and purples on my next one? What about that, hey? Would you be happy with that? Okay, I'm just giving my leaves a bit of a clean, because I'm going to use a... Oh, actually, I'm not going to use Granny Apple. I'm going to use either Pear Pizzazz or Soft Sea Foam, or both. Yes, I'm not going to go down the zingy route. Let's go Pear Pizzazz and... Where's my Soft Sea Foam gone? Oh, it's in my basket ready for my class. Where's my basket got there? Right, here we go. I really should have a go at doing this. Well, Audrey, what's stopping you? All that can happen is that you waste a piece of paper. But actually, you can't waste a piece of paper, because even if you don't like it, you can always chop it up and use it as mosaic. All right, I've got plenty of videos showing you how to do that. So, oh, it's a bit slidey. I've just realised I've not done the ferny bits yet. I'll do that afterwards. Oh my goodness, this colour scheme is so pretty. Absolutely loving it. It reminds me of gorgeous tea roses and summer days. So yum. Okay. Teacups on the lawn. What, do the ferny bits in grey, you're thinking? We'll try it. I'll just do it off in the corner and see if it works. Like, I'll do it around here. Oops. What colour did I... Oh, I had another colour in there earlier. Oops. Yes, it could look nice as a wedding thing. Yeah, the grey kind of works. It's very subtle, but it's very, very pretty. What did Audrey say? I really should have... You fear it. Oh no, don't fear it. It's only paper. You know, and paper doesn't judge, does it? It doesn't go, you didn't do it right. Right? It's just you. It's the voice in your head. So, you know, and if you don't do it right, just, you know, start again. Turn a piece of paper over. Have another go. You know, and if you really want to get it right the first time, just sit and have me on replay and copy what I do to start off with until you feel confident. And then, you know, have a go. I think that's quite what a few people I know have done. They just sort of have a go, copy exactly what I've done to start off with, and then they go it alone afterwards. I'm not a confident crafter. Oh, but you can be a confident stamper. Stamping's slightly different. Okay, so this is the soft sea foam. I'm just going in here with by the yellow roses. I don't know why, I just thought it'd be nice just to have a slightly different green with these. Slightly lighter. So there are rules, as you can see, you know, lighter green with the yellows. Well, actually, I'm going to break that rule now. I'm going to put a little bit of the lighter green with just on the side of these roses because I feel like they need to show off a little bit more. So the way to show these roses off is to put green next to them. And why shouldn't they show off? They're so beautiful. And it's interesting, you almost forget the grey background at this point. You're just focusing in on the flowers, but then it's when you step away and you look at it all in its entirety, it's like, oh, it all comes together. It looks so lovely. Okay, I think I want to stop there. Now, I feel like I don't want to go on for too long, so I'd rather get on and have a go with trying a different colour scheme rather than doing the heat embossing, if you don't mind. So we'll go now with maybe some blues and purples. Just, oh, well, I could, no, I won't. I was going to say I could stamp some of those little dots, but I could do that with the next one. I missed the beginning. What's the stamp set I'm using? I'm using Beautiful Friendship and Breathtaking Bouquet. And sometimes I'm using the dots from Label Me Bold. Out of the box, crumb cake around the edges. What, of the next one, Linda? Or the previous one? Yeah, once it's cut up, I possibly would put crumb cake or grey around the edges to make it look oh, sorry, just that stamp's just pinged off onto my lap. Right, I'm just going to grab that back. Will I cut up today? Oh, I don't know. Do you want me to? The previous one, yeah. Yeah, crumb cake would go. It's kind of got that vintagey vibe to it. Yeah. Although with so much grey, I may be inclined to stick with the grey and go basic grey. But there's no right or wrong. It's just personal taste, really. Would look terrible. You haven't got any of these. Okay, so an alternative then to a... So let's talk shapes. Let's not talk about what you can actually see. All right, so a background stamp or a floral stamp with a kind of openness to it for that bit. Then flower stamps for this. So you don't necessarily have to use these ones. You can use whatever you've got. It's just about the technique, really, of just dabbing stuff around the place and then seeing what happens. Right, shall we stamp therefore the background then in I don't know, Seaside spray or something like that. No, it's nice and soft. And then someone talked to Blueberry Bushel. Oh, that nearly fell down the back of my table. Hold on, let me just rescue it before it falls down. Oh, got it. Right. Oh no, that's Pretty Peacock. Right, Blueberry Bushel. Oh, where's soft sea foam gone? Oh. Don't know where that's got to. I'll get the purples out though, because that's in front of me. what's in my basket. In my basket. Makes me think of sherbet. Oh, bye, Carol. Okay, so the trick with creating the background though is to take your, if it's not mounted, I mean if it is mounted then don't worry about it. But ideally if it's not mounted you can use it just in your hand, okay? So I'm literally just inking that up all over. We took 20 minutes to do the first one, 10 minutes to do the second one. This one will just take 5 minutes now. I'm kind of getting used to the process. Wow, one inking. Got quite a lot done in one inking. I'm going to turn my stamp around now so I get different images. Right, that'll do. That'll do, that'll do. Stick that there. Oh, thank you, Sabra Brady. Is that your first time on one of my lives or first time you've commented? Welcome. Right, are we going Blueberry Bushel? Should we just do it? Or do we go Gorgeous Grape with Blueberry Bushel centre? No, this is soft sea foam. I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to go Gorgeous Grape with a Blueberry Bushel centre. Hi, Tanya. Okay. Oh, thank you, Linda, for welcoming Sabra. What a lovely name. Is that your real name or is it just your YouTube handle? Okay, so remember the centres. Does add depth. Oh, I missed that middle one. Before you all start shouting at me. Hi Cheryl, your first time live with me. Oh, welcome. Have you been following my channel or is it the first time actually on my channel? I got blueberry because of you, of another video you did using it. You'd never considered it before that day. Oh, Blueberry Bushel is actually one of my favourites. I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm a huge blue fan, but well, no, maybe I am. Oh, I don't know. Certain blues. You see, I'd choose this over Pacific Point. Yeah. Right, let's get some more purple down. So let's go Highland Heather. So this is a lighter purple compared to Gorgeous Grape, although sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. Okay, I posted it on our stamping. What did you post, Sheila? I think I'm just going to do that 3 thing again, guys, because my brain is starting to go and I can't think about how I'm going to configure it all. So I'm just going to go with a cluster of 3. And you notice how I'm turning that bottom one so it's facing outwards. I just think they look a bit odd if they're all facing upwards. It's sort of like, you know, when you get a bunch of 3 roses and you're making a hand-tied bouquet and you sort of put them together and they kind of all kind of look outwards like that. It's like you're looking down on a bouquet. That's the way I kind of see it. Right, don't forget to share this video out, and remember you can purchase these products through me, through my shop. I've got all the links below, the various ways that you can follow me and also shop with me. And if you're in the UK and you want a catalogue, please let me know. I'm quite happy to send one out to you. Now, out of just curiosity, I'm going to stamp this little centre in the gorgeous grape in here and see if it is, see how much darker it is. Oh, it is darker. The cardstock is definitely darker. I just sometimes struggle to see the difference when it comes to the inks. Yeah, no, they are darker. All right. Okay. Right, let's get some of this heathery stuff in here now. These roses are gorgeous grape, and these are Highland heather with gorgeous grape centres. Yeah, please do ask if you miss or if I forget to tell you. Please do ask, because I do forget sometimes. Sorry. Oh, let's not forget this one up here. Right, let's stop there. So this is Call Me Clover, which is a brighter green than the shaded Spruce. Oh, thank you. Thanks for hitting the like button. Yeah, please, if you do like this video, please remember to hit the like button, because it just helps with my videos showing up on YouTube. And if you're about to hit the dislike button, maybe don't do it. It doesn't actually matter. Actually, all interaction is good interaction as far as I'm concerned. So even if you don't like it, it's fine. Just hit that dislike button. There we go. I have to confess, it's not my favourite greens, but in certain combinations it just works, and so it's quite nice to use it. Put that there. Right, let's get that other green. So this is Call Me Clover. So this is one of the in colour colours. So Stampin' Up come out with 5 new trendy, we call them in colours, for the year, and they last in our catalogues for 2 years. So it's Stampin' Up's way of keeping their colour palette updated and fresh. We have a palette of 40 other colours that we use, and they are fabulous. But the in colours just help to modernise each year. Not modernise, I don't know what the word is. Bring on trend each year. The only green I like is money. You know what? I do have quite a few stamping friends who don't like green. They may even be watching right now. I think they like green in context if it's for a leaf or something, but they wouldn't use green in a car on a card or anything. Maybe their school uniform was green or something, so they were a bit allergic to it. It's like I was allergic to navy for years and years. I was like, oh, I can't stand navy, but now I really love it. Okay, that's pretty. I like it very much. All right, now I'm going to cheat and dig out the splatters from Waterfront. Because they are just gorgeous, and I just love having these little splatters in my life. Oh, hi Karen. No worries. You can catch the replay. Oh, look. Look, 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 look. Let's get you in for this. Cheryl says, I'm a seamstress by trade and quilter by hand worked at the local craft store, and people would ask me to bring those with us. He said, I can't help you have to have someone else because I like. Oh, didn't he finish the thing? I haven't used Call Me Clover since I got it. Ooh. No, go for it. Oh. I really like green money. No, yeah, I think it's all about what you pair with, really. Somehow these little speckles just bring it all alive. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought that was the case for you, Vic. Like school. I think you guys need to go into therapy or something. Happy, happy, happy. There we go. It's like trellis work. Silver would be pretty. Yes, yeah. Yeah, if I knew Stampin' Up were going to keep the metallic inks, I would have bought them. But they just brought them out for that season, which was a bit frustrating. Right, that's it, guys. I'm done in. So let's just recap. Oh, look, I've set my table up now so that I can remove these. And look, I've got my faux wood underneath. This is wood wallpaper. That's a nice backdrop. I'm just getting all the embossing powder off now. Right, let's have a look. There we go, right. So this was just experimenting with colouring in darker ink around the edge of the design of this stamp here, Breathtaking Bouquet. Roses come in all kinds of colours, absolutely. I would never thought to use purple for the roses. I use pinks and reds. Oh, I suppose in my head I just don't think of them as roses. I just go, oh, it's a flower. Like a, I don't know, ranunculus or something. Anyway, so that's Breathtaking Bouquet. Then we had to go stamping with, what was that, Night of Navy. Then we stamped, oh, I know what, let's get all the colours out. Night of Navy, lovely lipstick. This actually makes my life a bit easier when I come to doing writing blog posts and things. If I have everything in front of me. There we go. and then the gold. So then we heat emboss the little gold dots from Label Me Bold. There we go. Right, then we did this one, which is much softer colour scheme. Oh, we didn't use that one last time, just use those two. And we used those. And we used that and that. And I've lost the grey somewhere. Where's the grey gone? Oh, there it is. This is your favourite one, is it? There we go. Super pretty. There we go. Oh, you're welcome, Audrey. And then the final one. Waterfront, and this time we used these colours here. Hi Randy, you're gonna have to watch the replay. You're very welcome. This is your favourite, Betty. Lovely. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Morning. Right, that was fun. I didn't think I would end up with these results tonight. I really didn't. Maybe I'll do a video chopping these up for you. Are there anything? Is there anything particular you'd like to see me chop up? Or how to use them, because I have done various other chopping up videos. I mean, generally they end up, you know, on a card like that. That's the bees I did the other night. Sometimes they end up in smaller pieces, but generally, or like, yeah, but no, generally they just end up on cards like that. Because I think if I've spent a long time creating the background, I don't really like to add just too much to it. But then I suppose it is sometimes nice to do something ornate on top of it. So yeah, maybe okay. So maybe tomorrow night we could do with looking at, you know, making 6x6 cards and then adding extra embellishments or something on top of it. Oh yes, you could do double and trifold cards. Yeah, quite easily. Hi Ellen, nice to see you. Sorry, I'm wrapping candy and just sat down. Oh no, you hurt your back. Oh, bless you. Gosh, there's a few with bad backs. Oh. Sorry to hear that. Right. Lovely to see you. And yeah, I may be back tomorrow. I'm trying to think what I'm doing. Just a sweet sentiment would be the finishing touch. Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah. Right, let's flip it around. Just starting to feel better. Okay. Stay where you are. Starting to feel better and stand straight. Ooh. Ouch. Yeah, not good. Right. Might see you tomorrow. I'm trying to think whether I might come on a bit earlier tomorrow. I'll have to think up some ideas for these cards and where we go from there. But yeah, we could go more is more, you know, just kind of keep going and just make a really gorgeous big flower or something and stick it on there. So I'm so tired. I smiled and said hi to you. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I heard you, Janice. I heard you. Go to bed now. Right. Take care for now, guys. Lots of love to you all. See you soon. Oh, sorry about this. Because I can't get my thing over. Cancel. Yes, okay, bye. Bye, Karen. I'll have to get up earlier tomorrow, Stuart. Oh, it'll be when you're about to go to sleep, probably, Karen. Yeah, because I'm going to go to bed now. Take care. Bye.